Hello, this is Keith with Vested Networks, and I'm going to be going over the Yealink T27G model. I'm going to be going over the basics, and if you have any questions, you can reach out to support.vestednetworks.com. So starting out, this is a monochromatic screen. It is not full color screen. We have the handset here and the model here. We're going to start with the volume buttons at the bottom. These volume buttons control three different things. It controls the ringer volume, it controls the speakerphone volume, it also controls the in-call volume. And that allows you to adjust if you can't hear the person you're talking to. Just above that is the exit button. This is used for when you're in a menu and you want to get out quickly. You just hit the exit button. These dial pads do various different things depending on what they're programmed as. Currently our left and our right don't do anything, but our bottom goes to the contacts and our top button goes to the history. And if you click OK, it's used to enter different things in the menu, as well as if you hit OK on the main screen, it tells you your IP information as well as some other important information that would be needed when troubleshooting. So if we ever ask what your IP is and this is blank, please let us know because you are not connected to the internet. Okay, starting on the right hand side, we have this speaker right here. This is for your speakerphone to turn on and off. And you can dial out by entering the number here. You do not have to press 9 to dial out, or 8. And you also do not have to press 1 for long distance. So if you dial your number, and then you hit the speaker button, it will dial automatically. This RD button stands for Redial, and that allows you to see any previously placed calls by this phone. As you see, and when I hit different buttons, these buttons appear change. These are your soft keys. Okay, so if you answer the phone, or if you open the phone, you'll see this little tab up here. Let me take this off. It's a little difficult to get off sometimes, but now that I have it, if you look, it's got this little ridge up here. That's to better hold the phone on the hook, and by default, it's put in there like this. I have it flipped up on most phones because it allows better connectivity to the phone so it doesn't fall off. Okay, moving on. This mute button will allow you to mute your microphone during a call. The transfer button allows you to do transferring. This will be discussed further in another module. The hold button allows you to put a call on hold on this device specifically. And you can also resume hold as well if you click the hold button again. Conference allows you to conference up to 2 other people. This headset button is how you enable the headset if you have one hooked up. When it is green, it means it is in headset mode and all audio and recording audio is going to be through the headset. The message button is your voicemail button. You'll click this if you want to check your voicemail messages. More on that in the next module. Up here, you have some that will be lit up. These are called BLF lights, and they are lit up for various different reasons. When you are on a call, your line 1 lights up. If you select line 2 or line 3, it will light up. These parking buttons are a hold that goes over the whole system. I'll discuss more on that later. But currently, they are all green. If a call was parked on it, it would be red. Okay. This page button allows you to page over all the phones. This is programmed specifically for Vested Networks. It might be different on your module or your model of phone. This bottom right button is pretty important. It allows you to page over to your second set of contacts, and I believe it caps out at 3 pages of contacts on this particular model. So if you look over, you can see Josh and Cody on there, and they are green because they're not on the phone. If they were on the phone, it would be lit up red. Okay, we're going to briefly go over the soft keys down here. Keep in mind that they do change during different states of the call, whether you're on a call, off a call, or on hold, or transferring. There's various different states that they can change in. But history, we'll pull up history of calls, whether they've been called in or out on this phone, or a lot of our cases are when you have multiple phones ringing, all the calls through the system will show up on here. Okay, and then you can hit the directory button for a directory. Currently, we do not have any directory programmed on the phone specifically, and that's the contacts that will pull up here. Let's go ahead and hit this X button to back out. Okay, this D&D button is very important for you not to touch unless you know what it's doing, because if you hit this Do Not Disturb button or D&D, it will not allow you to receive calls. So no matter how many times we try to call internally or externally, we will not be able to get through. So if you wonder why you're able to call out but cannot call in, it's because the D&D button is turned on. Also, it has a little icon up here in the top middle of the screen. If that is turned on, all you have to do is hit the D&D button to turn it off. That'll solve a lot of issues that we encounter, so just bear that in mind. Also, this menu button over here allows you to change various different settings, and you can also check your messages and go to the different features like history, directory, and other things. If you go into features, you can go to like call forwarding, call waiting, DSS keys, and things like that. I don't recommend messing with these unless you know what they do. That concludes the basics tutorial for the Yealink T27G.